Chapter 9, Daggar's Gambit. It has been a hot minute since I recorded one of these videos, so apologies if I am a little more off my game than usual. Entry number 7. First day of the 3rd month of spring. I will keep this entry short, as I have little time to write before our coming departure. It is the morning after our raid on the Smiler Fortress, and already Yarmouth Bay is swarming with ships. It seems the Smiling Ones and the Jolly Johns were just as eager for battle as Daggar predicted they'd be. They've taken his bait hook, line, and sinker, which tells me a lot about the general intelligence of most pirates. All jests aside, the chaos of this battle provides us the perfect cover to sail across the bay to the North Bank, the location of Smiler's Roost. Smiling Spectre will perish at our hands, while Daggar will rally his ships and smash the ranks of the warring pirate crews. Altair tells me that no side truly wins or loses in war, and while I've no doubt that Daggar would disagree with him on that matter, I can say this. Whatever the outcome of this day, the sharks, kraken, and leviathans of Yarmouth Bay will be feasting well tonight. Zan. Look at it all. Ships colliding with other ships, men hacking each other's limbs off, pirates falling overboard to become food for undersea predators, and all in the name of a blood feud invented for another man's gain. How can any man who participates in this slaughter call himself sane? It'll be over soon enough. And once it's done, perhaps Berk will know peace. True peace. A peace that so many will not live to see. This war will claim the lives of good and wicked men alike. Is a peace paid with such a toll of blood really worth the price? The question of whether the ends justify the means is a complex one. I, however, am not paying you merry men to stand about philosophizing. Help me keep the ship on course. The sooner we reach Smiler's Roost, the better. I'll be frank, Duke Daggar. I'm starting to think I don't like you very much. Altair, don't say that to the man's face. He's our employer. Peace. I could care less about one monk's sour opinion of me. I do care about reaching the north side of the bay swiftly, though. Lucky for us, this ship, the Sea Serpent, is the fastest in Berk. Short of blundering into Gorzan the Wretched himself, we should be fine. Daggar, I think you picked a particularly poor choice of words just now. Don't tell me. Oh, fuck my arse. Incoming off the starboard bow!
Thought you could slip past me without me noticing, eh, Daggar? Well, you've got another thing coming to you.
Oh, seven hells. Gorzan the Wretched, to what do I owe the pleasure? That is Gorzan the Wretched? I was expecting him to look a little more, well, wretched. Don't let appearances deceive you. He's by far the most dangerous of the 3 pirate lords in a fight.
You've always been a little chicken shit, Daggar. You knew you weren't strong enough to kill me in combat, so you went and stirred up shit between us and the Smilers. You knew it'd take a full army of men to kill me, didn't you?
You act as though you saw right through my deceptions. And yet you and your men still took the bait and went to war with the Smilers.
Don't change the subject, you fucking bilge rat. I ain't nearly as stupid as you think I am. I was eager for a scrap and happy to start a brawl. And I knew you'd find your way down here where I could kill you myself. There's only room for one pirate king in Berk, and it'll be me.
Har, you tell him, boss. That little priss looks like he's damn near about to piss himself.
Oh, hell, there's a Smiler ship sneaking up on our stern. Much as I'd love to be the one what takes the Duke's head, I've got to keep me ship in order. First mate Hook, I expect to see the blighter's noggin rolling on me deck by the time I've returned. Got him nice and slow for me.
Aye, aye, Captain. I'll make him wish he was never born.
Ha! I like the sound of that. Alright, you smiling wankers! Who wants to die first?
Did he just leap over onto that other ship in a single bound?
Huh? That's our captain for you. Ain't a man stronger than him in all of Roden. That's why we love him.
Madmen. I am surrounded by madmen and wild beasts.
Now then, where were we? I remember. This is the part where I killed a lot of ya.
Oh, beautiful. Now we're completely surrounded by pirates. If someone has a plan for how we get out of this with our heads still on our shoulders, please speak up. Allow me to take the wheel. You focus on repelling the Jolly Johns. It should take me no more than 10 minutes to steer us near those rocks. With any luck, their ships will dash themselves upon the stones, while we slink away unharmed. We should be plenty capable of holding the Johns off for that long. Or we could always kill the one giving them orders. Hook, they called him. That might break their spirit enough to force them into retreat. Whatever course of action we take, we'd best take it and fast. Right, merry men, to battle! Alright, map time. I did my preparations for this off-screen, which I think is just going to be the norm of how I do these videos from now on. Which, I say that, and there's only 2 of them left, which is this chapter and the next one. So yeah, this is how everybody's inventories are looking. Artemia is the newest addition to the active roster, and I gave her the magic ring to supplement her somewhat not so great stats. Alright. So this is a defend map, first of defend maps in the game. As stated in the opening cutscene, you have 10 turns to defend. You will be beset on quite a few different sides by flying units and various bow users and just regular old pirates in general. Now, there are a couple of things to take note of. First off is this bishop. He has a Purge Tome, or Purgatorio, as the name I called it. He also has a stealable Earth Seal, which you may want to grab. He's not auto-leveled because, again, the... Actually, I think I might have given him auto-levels, because those do not look like base stats for a bishop. Now, you can either defend for 10 turns or kill the boss. Every defend map in this hack, including future ones, that is a defend map, is also going to be defend or kill boss, just for the sake of giving players the option of whether or not they want to end the map quickly or not. Boss is Hook, a trusted underling of Gorzan the Wretched, and he is a warrior. Famed fighters who barge into battle with axes, bows, and brute force. From this point on, bosses are going to be promoted units. You may also notice that there is incentive to killing him, if you can, which is the member card. You probably are going to want that. So yeah, we have, I've already set my unit formations up. Primarily, it's going to be, I think it's going to primarily be Corinne going over this way, and cleaning out the units over here with maybe some help from Rachel. Phoebe, Artemia, and Bellona, I want to have deal with the wyverns over here, and Mohammed will go up this way and shoot the Pegasus Knights when they start becoming a problem. Puck is obviously going north because we have chests to get, and we also have stealable to grab. Beyond that, I could probably give Zayan the Axe Reaver to help him deal with these pirates right here. I don't think I'll need it. I really don't think I'll need it that much. No, sir. Alright. I think I'm gonna have Temperance deal with running around because of her higher mobility, running around to take care of units who are dealing with the rest of the reinforcements on these ships. Might be worth its while. Anyways, let's save and get started. And first things first, we have to save state. Now, let me see. Your stealable is just vulnerary. Yeah. The thing is, with this being a defend map, there are going to be a fair amount of reinforcements to keep, you have to keep your eye on. So this archer here does not move. So I think the first order of business. Artemia is in need of some level ups. So I think we can just... Bellona barely just does not kill this guy. Which is convenient for me. Knock him down. We have custom... we have the custom, I think it's a Final Fantasy background, one of the GBA Final Fantasies, which is the ship deck. Yeah. Artemia does have some slight hit rate issues, because her skill is not amazing, but... So, as you can see, there was a little bit of shaky hit with that, that Thunder Tome. Rachel, you really don't need the Oak Bow, because you've completed the training arc with, with how much? You've hit A rank, so your training arc with bows is complete. So this is mostly just for reliability of accuracy. I feel so much more energized today. I've finally started going back to the gym lately. Oh right, talk conversations. Oh, I completely forgot about that. Yeah, for this map, talk conversations are between Zayan and Locke, and also Tiresias and Betsy, who I did not deploy, and I probably should have gone ahead and grabbed that talk conversation before I did anything. Corinne. I also gave Corinne the light brand. She could potentially make use of it. Wow. Steel... Holy shit, Steel Dagger does the same amount of damage as light brand. That is kind of embarrassing. It doesn't kill. Let me see. How do I want to do this? I probably should have given the Axe Reaver to somebody. Most likely Phoebe, because she could probably make good use of it. Let's see. Corinne has a chance to get support bonus with Locke. So that might be another thing that we could try doing. Alright. Mohammed, you just delete this pirate. Complete with pointless critical hit that you really did not need to get. And then put you here. And is that in range? No, just barely. Is in range of this douche. Which is unfortunate, but you can... Actually, is it in range of both? Okay, thank God, no. In that case, I believe, Locke, you can delete the other one. And then Puck. Puck, you do not kill without issue. Tear. You can kill without trouble. Convenient. Although you are also in range to draw this Pegasus over, which it probably shouldn't be that big of an issue. Excuse me. My throat did not appreciate doing that fucking pirate accent for Gorzan, so if I start coughing, that is the reason why. Let's just get this talk conversation between Locke and Zan. Oh my! Look there, off the port bow. What? Is there an enemy approaching? No, but there's a great shadow in the water. What even is that? It's a leviathan, a real skull leviathan in the flesh. I never thought I'd be lucky enough to witness one. Good God, remind me to never go swimming in Yarmouth Bay. That thing looks like an alligator that grew to be as big as this ship. It appears that several of them have gathered here in the bay. Doubtless all the fighting has them interested in scoring an easy meal. A whole fleet of giant reptiles big enough to swallow a man whole? How do the Berkish ply the waters here with monsters like that prowling about? From what I've heard, fishermen from different towns don't pilot individual skiffs. Rather, they all pile onto large galleons and fish as a unit. Skull leviathans are infamous for their aggression. They've been known to overturn small boats in their territory. But they treat larger ships as little more than a curiosity. Why not take spears and harpoons to the beasts? It'd rid the waters of a threat, and I'd imagine it would bring in a far greater supply of meat than a few fish could. The Berkish certainly have tried in the past, but a leviathan's scaly hide is like chainmail. It's not so easily pierced. Besides, there are other creatures of the deep the Berkish fear more. Krakens and reaverfish are even more hostile to humans in their territory. Not to mention they feast upon the lesser fish in these bays. Without leviathans to prey upon them, the fish stocks would rapidly decrease. So keeping the leviathans around is more of a benefit than a bother. Interesting. Nature is an intricate tapestry, woven with delicate precision. Pull a single thread loose, and you risk pulling the whole thing apart. I wish more people had the sense to realize that. Well, I'm perfectly happy to respect the role these leviathans play, while standing here on the deck where they can't eat me. Fair enough. Yeah. So, leviathans are... It may not be easy to tell from that description that Locke gave, but leviathans are kind of meant to be like a mosasaur in this world. And you have krakens, which are giant squids, and the reaver fish are based on the extinct fish known as Xiphactinus. I believe that's how it's pronounced. But yeah, I'm a very big proponent of like putting special fantasy creatures and particularly like prehistoric creatures into my worlds. The only thing is that obviously I don't have any way of like showing that off in the actual game itself, which is a kind of unfortunate, but what can you do, really? 13 damage. Okay, so excuse me. Yeah, I'll also have to excuse any burping that happens. I just had dinner not too long ago. I thought that I'd put Artemia in range of this guy by accident. But she's not. Name you. I could probably get away with using Nosferatu here. You have 10 con with build ring, so getting weighed down by 4 is not ideal, but I'm sure you can manage. Ty gets a kill. Corinne. Oh. Because I'm guessing it's because she. Huh. Oh, she is in 3 range of Bellona. I see. But without it, she gets the kill anyways. So then we can have her go this way. And then... Phoebe, I really think you need Axe Reaver to do a bit more in this map, but I don't think I have a way of getting it to you very efficiently, so I'm just going to send you this way. This ways. And you can go over here and not equip the Sonian. Temperance goes here. And you go here. And then we wait for the enemy phase to play out. And so far, so good. Delete a couple of problem enemies. You had a Sword Reaver, so I didn't need to worry about lance effectiveness against you. Wow, that Pegasus Knight did no damage to Altair. I know he's equipped with the defense ring, but still, that's kind of impressive, actually. None of these enemies had bad hit rates. And Corinne with a not-so-great level up to start us off. Oh! That's a problem.
Die.
That's a big problem.
Such an undignified death. Surely I deserve better than a fate so cruel as this.
I think we already saw that death conversation. The shitty part is that, like, outside of that, the rest of the turn went fine. So, it's just a stupid mistake. And one I can easily correct, so give me just a sec. It's never a good feeling when, like, you have that moment where you realize that you just forgot to check, like, an enemy's attack range, and you lose a unit because of that. It always feels really silly. But, you know, sometimes that just happens, and there isn't a whole lot you can do about it besides, back up and try again, really. Damn, that was a crit and a half. Sadly, it didn't improve Corinne's, level up that she got there, but oh well. Anyways, save state. And let's get ready to start deleting some enemies, because we need to do that. Zen, you got your 1 point of... You got yourself up to A rank lances already, so... Alright. Now, Mohammed, you really don't... I really don't need you to go and kill that, Pegasus Knight. We can probably just have Voltaire do it, as silly as that sounds. And then Mary, go up and heal your brother. And then who do I want to get this kill? Who do I want? I think Mohammed is going to be taking advantage of those Pegasus Knights moving over to us in a turn or two, so I think I'll just have Zan delete the guy and get his first chest, Dragon Scale, aka the Dragon Shield, the defense stat booster. Now this Purge Bishop does not move, so thankfully, and he's thankfully just barely out of range of the chest, which I don't know if I actually deliberately tried to have that happen, so I'm glad it happened, because that makes things a lot more doable on our end. Sniper, you have U-bow. You do have a little bit of extra crit because your skills, snipers do get crit boost. I need to back the ladies, the flying ladies, up a little bit because of these pesky, one's got an oak bow, one's got a venin bow. Alright, Temperance. Heal up. And now for my next trick, I have to get these enemies out of the way. So Tiresias can delete one, and Corinne. I want to use Healthwork on you, but putting you in range of a cursed weapon, I mean, I guess I can always trade the weapon away, but I don't necessarily want to do that. So Artemia, you delete this pirate. Artemia effectively has 16 speed, as opposed to her base of 13 because of her skill. So Corinne, you don't kill with this. You need to burn the steel dagger. Oh, or you can just crit. That works too. And then I'll put you here. That's not in range of this... Oh, it is in range of the sniper. Never mind. In the meantime, we'll have Phoebe... Or, not Phoebe, Rachel. Wear this guy down. And Phoebe, correctly this time, can use Le Javelin. And then duck out of the way just a little bit. You're not in range of this guy. Okay, good. And then Nemu, go here and equip Knocked Tome so that you're not dealing with this pest. I could probably start trying to bait these Peg Knights over, I think. So put Joan here, the Defender. Now, I did make a couple of small changes to this ROM hack in between recording sessions. The patch should be up to date, but I changed the Defender's description to actually show off its effect when equipped. And I also, Zappy was kind enough to fix up Bologna's mug and do a little bit of shading on the character's skin tones. So next up, move up there and wait for the enemy phase. All right, and we get enemies coming in at us. All right. Sniper doesn't phase us that much. We do have... Oh, shit! I was not expecting this to happen. Thankfully, Phoebe is just bulky enough that she can take a hit. These hunters do have poison strike, so taking a hit from them is not entirely super advisable, but, you know, not much we can do about that. But we got through the next turn, so we're in a position where we can capitalize on that. Alright. So this is going to be interesting. Bellona, do you kill this guy? You cannot. He is a mounted unit after all. So Trample does not proc off that. These stairs are going to have units coming out from them, so I don't actually want... My hand is falling asleep. I don't actually want my any of my Skrunklies sitting on the... Really, Muhammad? You can't... shaky hit rate, but... Oh, well, he just crits, so... Just crit, bro. I think I put him... Yes, I just barely put him in range of the Purge Tome, so that's a little annoying. But not entirely unsalvageable. Second Gist gives us Mithril Axe, aka Silver Axe. Which, I don't know if anybody in our army can even use it at the moment. Oh, Joan can. I don't think she needs it at the moment, but, you know, it's an option. Wow, these Pegasus Knights have shakier hit rates than I was expecting. Gambling. Oh, that was not a good sign. Yeah, I need to trade a different weapon to Zan. And we'll rally him just for good measure, just so. Meanwhile, Mary, you need to get out of dodge real quick. This is actually a little tricky. Rachel. Okay. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to have Phoebe bulldoze this hunter. And then move her, put her here. So that-a-ways, we can get her support with Rachel online. And deal a nice chunk of damage to this guy. And Ty can I can run over and kill him on the crackback. I don't know why I said that. I've been watching a little bit too much MBT Yu-Gi-Oh, so I've picked up some of his terms. I guess they're not necessarily his terms. Okay. Pesky Killing Edge Myrmidon is pesky. This guy has a Hurlbat. Interesting. I am going to... No, I can't do that. Hang on a sec. Let me just check how Corinne does. So she can get a kill on this hunter. So I think what I'm going to do is have Nemu kill this sniper.
Miss!
Oh! That's really unfortunate. That is really not good. Crap ass. That's actually really terrible. Fuck. What do you have? Steel or Yubo, so... Christ. That's put me in a very unfortunate situation. Where I don't know if hit rates being uncooperative like this has screwed me out of my ability to potentially navigate this situation. We can try it. Have Nemu trade her Nosferatu into place, and then Temperance or Corinne randomly gets. I don't know why she's doing more damage than she was, because Temperance is in range? That's a little odd. Alright, I guess I'm just gonna have to sit her there and hope for the best, I guess. That's really unfortunate. Some really irritating misses happening at times we do not need them to. Which... admittedly, has not been that much of a problem in this playthrough as in comparison to like just taking bad hits at times we don't need them to. Alright, Bona can kill this guy. And then Artemia. You can air caliber this pest out of the sky and not quite get a level up, which is not great, but we ball. Okay, we ball. Oh, he has retreat AI. I keep forgetting about retreat AI. That's a little silly. But it doesn't help me against crits. Oh, that doesn't feel good at all. So sorry, my dears. I've got no choice but to fall back. I'd rather not lose my life here if it can be helped. Oh, damn it. One thing from my playtester Zappy is how certain enemies with crit weapons are annoying because of the lack of hop on guard, but I like to think it's not that much of an issue. I guess while we're waiting for the rest of this turn to play out, I can reload and start again, so I'll see you in just a moment. So it turns out that when RNG decides to cooperate and not have you miss a 95% hit chance, you tend to be in a much more survivable position, although I guess the trade-off is that Artemia gets a terrible level up, where she only gets HP. So, I mean, there is that, but overall, much better position where we don't have to deal with sticking our dick out in quite as much peril as before. And there are Myrmidons coming up from the ship. I wasn't sure if I put reinforcements on this ship, but I did. And there they are. Okay, so in the meantime, we have some things to do. Locke, you can double this guy. Do I want to give you the kill on him, though? Because we can, well, I guess we can't, really. No, we actually can, because longbow. Longbow all the way. And Muhammad gets everything but strength. Which, you know, is still alright. Now, for the fun part of get Puck all the way. Can we shove train Puck? I guess we could push them one space, but I don't think it's gonna benefit us that much to do that. Mary. Barrier up Locke so that he's... Wow! Damn, that was a straight up perfect level up. I need to not speed through quite as much of like these combats and level ups screens, because some of them are actually really funny. Some funny stuff has been happening on them. But anyways, I guess while we have a little bit of downtime, we can talk about something. 25. One off. Just one, barely one off. That's always annoying when it happens. Corin. You can actually go over here and bop this guy with Steel Dagger. I guess one thing we can talk about while there's a little bit of downtime is that this map actually has a fair amount of hard mode exclusive reinforcements, which obviously you're not going to see on this playthrough because I'm playing on normal mode. But there are a fair few bit more enemies on this map, and some of them are actually kind of scary because there's some promoted wyverns that is some like a lot of promoted enemies with cursed weapons, because mostly just because like the stat inflation on hard mode enemies is so ridiculous that I kind of had to give them cursed weapons so that they weren't out bulking every attack thrown at them. Bologna. Alright, that was a damn good level up. Got everything meaningful that you would want. I guess we can have Artemia. First things first. Trying to take advantage of trade swapping weapons a little bit more, because that's something I tend to not remember to do in playing Fire Emblem just in general, because reasons, honestly. I couldn't actually tell you why. Altair, you probably are going to want... Well, actually, I want to rally you up so that you're a little bit beefed up. Right. Locke, you can go this ways. Joan, you can follow in his footsteps. And Nemu will just have to stay there, because I don't want you in range of that killing edge, Merm. Because it went so well the last time. A purge animation. I feel like I should put an epilepsy warning on that perk. Oh! So I guess it wasn't something I needed to trade the crossbow over for. Oh well. What's done is done, and it worked out for us, so never punished. Alright. Now. Okay. So, Ukbo, delete this. Delete it, gay. I'm doing more quoting Kinkymation. And then, can't double. And shaky hit rate, but it doesn't matter. And now I want to get you and your other flying friend up a little bit more this a ways. And also, we can give one person here some kill EXP. I think we'll have Ninu get the chip EXP, assuming she hits. She does, and she gets the level up. Not a great level up, but I mean your stats are still pretty alright, so I don't think it matters. And then Yavaline. And Phoebe hits 20 speed, so I might actually promote her. Well, I don't know if I'll promote her in in time for, like... I don't know if I'll promote her in this set of showcase videos, because it's almost over, and there isn't really much of a reason to promote her. But maybe... But, like, my general stance on promoting, at least nowadays, has become... do it either if a unit has capped a stat by level 15, or if you get to level 20 is generally when I like to promote. I mean, there may be exceptions to that rule, but that's generally my philosophy. Okay, Mohammed, can you weaken? You double, so I need to use longbow to do chip damage. But the chip damage puts you all the way down, thanks to poison strike. At which point Altair can come in and get magic. Does not get magic. He's turning out really bad in terms of stats, honestly. And then Zan can just deadshot this guy dead. Deadshot this guy dead. That is a sentence. And some magic, surprisingly. I had one where Zan got a lot of magic, and I ended up giving him a bunch of magic weapons, but that doesn't seem to be something that's going to happen here. I think I'll probably have to feed Altair the boss of this map. Oh, we're already on turn 5. Damn. Flew by a little bit faster than I was expecting. And the annoying thing is that this guy has a longbow, so I have to attack this bishop from here, which isn't an unfeasible proposition. Nice delete. I know there's also going to be some barbarians who will come this ways. So, I mean, we could probably finish the map up really easy. But I don't know if I want to do that. Because I like experience. And getting more of it seems pretty nice. Yeah. There is admittedly a bit of, like, waiting around with nothing to do on this map. At least on normal mode. On hard mode, it's a bit more intensive because there's just kind of more going on. So that is one thing. I'm going to start moving all my scrunklies up to the top of the ship, because that's where most of the really dangerous reinforcements are going to come in. Lock. I actually do want Joan over here, so pivot. And I think we'll keep Muhammad over this way. Have Bellona, you come up here, so that Mary can heal you for sweet EXP. And then I think that's really about it. I don't think anyone else is going to be contributing that much. So just stop here. Alright, we have wyverns coming down from this ways, which I think Tiresias and Rachel can just delete them. So Stick Rachel here with crossbow. We put Tiresias here with hair caliber, not counter. Temperance, get your free level up. That was pretty nice. That's a pretty damn good level up. I know that there's some gargoyles that will come here. No, I don't really need Joan over this. I don't know. Because there's also going to be some barbarians that will come from here. And we could probably have Joan be useful in deleting them. So I actually want Corinne to get over this ways. Phoebe, Phoebe, you can stay where you are, more or less. Alright, I think that's good to go for this turn. Do we delete? We do not delete, but we, get cheap EXP, and that's enough. Tiresias does delete, though, while flipping him off. That actually works out. And we have gargoyles. Great! Oh, you cannot be serious! Hellspawn, here and now? Lord, this is taking the mick a little, don't you think? This is the second time they've appeared in the midst of a battle. Are they attracted to human conflict, I wonder? Pay attention, Zan! They're coming right for us! So yeah, we have gargoyles and a Strigoi. And this Strigoi has a blood edge to show off that it can use swords. It's actually... Yeah, it's the 20 con because it's a monster. I got confused by the green number there for a second. So, Artemia, you are the one who's going to want to knock this guy out. Thankfully, Cursed Weapon means he goes down pretty easy. And Artemia gets a good level up for a change. She does actually have some not-so-hot magic. But that's not super... That's not that much of a problem. Why did I say it like that? Problem. Not that much of a problem. Zan, you should be close to B-rank bows. Yeah. Not bad at all. And meanwhile, Muhammad deletes this guy. And then Corinne, you go over here. Phoebe. Tiresias gets magic, skill, and speed. That's pretty alright. And then Joan, you go right here so that Mary can walk into the range of lock. My healing stabs are finally starting to run out, so... Alright. Anyways, there they are. The pesky barbarians with death scythes. So, they die pretty easily, thankfully, because of cursed weapons. Oh yeah, Puck can actually kill them. That's impressive, actually. And a little bit terrifying. So Corinne. I actually want, Joan to get a kill on one of them. Thankfully, Bellona can chip him down. Joan, you can axe him to death. And I want Altair to kill the boss rather than just get this guy. But I think maybe I can have him do some chip. Yeah. He has crit from Mary standing there. That's not that much of a problem. Corinne, you get your B support with Locke, and then... Fuck. Why did I do that? I mashed B a bunch, and it screwed me out of being able to attack. That was not smart. That was very not smart. Puck, I guess it's up to you then. Damn, that's actually annoying. Now, Joan being in range of the boss does mean that he's going to switch over to his longbow, which is probably the... probably the more threatening weapon in terms of, like, attack power, but probably the less threatening weapon. Because it means that he'll,
Yo-ho-ho and a bottle of rum! You did well to reach me here, none too shabby. Let's have an honest bout, ye and me. We'll enjoy ourselves.
Turned into Mr. Krabs there for a second. Silly. Alright. Now, him being equipped with longbow means that he is naturally susceptible to being attacked at close range. So, we can chip his HP nicely. Altair, what do you need at minimum? 6, 5, 9. So minimum of 9. Corinne. You can just straight up kill him. Or you can take away close to half. Or you can kill him. Or 14, that's good. Stab him. And then Altair. You can just go ahead. And we've gotten all the chests. We've cleaned up all the enemies. And yeah, I think we're set to go. So Altair, just close this out. The power of Christ compels you. Eventually.
You got me good, you scallywag. Well done.
And a nice bit of EXP to close the chapter out. Full level up. And he gets magic, thank God. How bad my Altair is turning out. It's always a good day when he gets magic. We get member card. Alright. Ending chapter. Daggar's ploy worked. We've successfully shaken loose some of their ships. With any luck, we should be in the clear now.
Gah-ha-ha! Where do you think ye be going?
Oh, me and my big fat mouth. Altair, get behind me!
Gah-ha-ha! Thought you'd slip past me so easy like, did ya? But Gorzan the Wretched never lets his prey go that easy.
Come no closer, pirate scum, lest you want I should run you through.
You've got balls, lad, but not the muscle to back them up. You're such a twig I could most likely snap ya like a gamecock's wishbone.
Then come and test that claim, if you dare.
Ha! I love a fight with a spirited scoundrel. If you be so eager to meet with death, then face me with steel in hand, ya. Oi! Quit rocking the damned ship, you yellow-bellied! Rawr! Yarg!
He falls overboard.
Whoa! Hold steady, Zan.
Oof. Gods, I was nearly flung overboard when the ship heaved like that. I owe you my life, Altair. That's what friends are for, are they not? Good. Gorzan's gone into the drink. But one pirate lord dead, and the other isn't long for this world. Is that all you can think about right now? My friend was nearly thrown off the ship because of your reckless steering. And all you care about is how you've profited from the situation. But he wasn't thrown off, was he? And moreover, he was spared a fight with Gorzan he had no hope of winning. I'd say you owe me some thanks for saving your lives. You cheeky son of a... Altair, let it go. We've more important matters to worry about. Your friend is being sensible, monk. I'd listen to him if I were you. We'll be docking at that cavern just ahead. There's a pathway leading up to Smiler's Roost from inside it. Be ready. The real battle is just beginning. Will Berk truly be better off than it is now in the hands of such a selfish man? Hard to say. Suppose we'll find out soon enough. Here we are. Smiler's Roost is just above us. I take it you won't be coming with us, will you? Believe me, I'd like nothing more than to stick an axe in Spectre's skull. But someone's got to clean up the mess going on in the bay. I'm the one who started it, and so I ought to be the one to finish it. Best of luck to you, merry men. Typical. We do all the work and he reaps the rewards. No wonder he's called the Duke. He certainly thinks like a nobleman. We've come this far. No turning back now. Let's press on and end this farce once and for all. Onward to Smiler's Roost. And we cut back to Gargassa. Ivan, you summoned me?
You stupid boy!
Brother?
How difficult is it to you to properly fasten a single fucking piece of armor into place? Are you truly so dedicated to being a complete and total embarrassment?
Father, please, I assure you I'm trying my hardest.
Trying is not the same as succeeding. Cease your fucking excuses. When I was your age, I was perfectly capable of fastening armor into place.
But...
Enough! Your uncle will finish putting the pieces into place. Get out of my sight before you make me lose my temper again.
As you wish, Father.
Forgive me, Evan. I am sorry you had to see all that. Help me fasten this gorget into place.
As you wish, brother. You really should not chide the boy so, Ivan. I can see in his eyes that he is already growing to resent you.
I will cease my admonishments when he ceases annoying me. And that has yet to happen, sadly. The boy is unfit to succeed me as king, and he is growing no worthier.
If he is such a disappointment to you, why not father a second son?
Believe me, I have oft been tempted by the idea. But you of all people should know I have forsworn all thought of taking another wife. And Ivan Gargannon does not double back upon his promises. Nor can I, as a servant of the Lord of Light, besmirch my moral character by taking a mistress and fathering bastards.
Even after all these years, you still refuse to move on after Anastasia's passing?
Do not speak that name in my presence, brother. I have no wish to be reminded of that traitorous harlot.
Forgive me, I did not realize the wound was still so raw to you.
It is only fitting that such a worthless child was born of that harpy's womb. Had he not been born with my scarlet hair, I might have suspected him of being the product of Anya's infidelities. That boy is no warrior, barely a magus, a lover of useless tripe like poetry and music. And yet, in spite of his failings, he remains popular with my boyars, my soldiers, and the small folk of my kingdom. Far more popular than I am, it must be said. I dread the day he leverages that popularity to stage a coup and seize my throne from under me.
All the more reason not to antagonize him. The more he comes to hate you, the more eager he'll be to launch that coup and be rid of you.
He has not the spine to stand against me. My berating keeps him meek and humble, so he knows who is the master between us two. And that is where this discussion will end. He is my son, not yours. Do not tell me how I ought to raise him.
Brother, if I may be so bold, ever since you had Anya executed, you have changed.
Evan, You should count your blessings that you were born my brother. A man of lesser standing would have lost his tongue saying what you did.
Then allow me to leverage my station and ask another question of you. Do you truly not see the following in this day of reckoning of yours? Attacking the kingdoms of Geth and Aurelia unprompted would be foolish enough at the best of times. But if Saddam al-Akkad were to seize the opportunity and attack us while we are busy invading Geth, then we will find ourselves caught in a war against two separate enemies. Even with Makarios swelling our army's ranks with his creations, we cannot hope to fight a war on two fronts.
Then all we need do is crush our Southland neighbors before it becomes a war of two fronts. And we will crush them, for God has ordained that it shall be so.
Ivan, I know you too well. You won't be content with stopping at Geth, Aurelia, and Jiran. You have your sights set on conquering the entirety of Roden.
And so what if I do? Valaka is a realm blessed by God himself, mightiest of the Southland kingdoms. To rule over all of Roden is our right. Why should we not claim it?
Because if our conquest should prove unsuccessful, we risk the complete implosion of our kingdom. Only Rovania stands as our ally, and their usefulness is questionable at best. And other Northron kingdoms will not stomach our attempts to conquer them, nor will they sit idle as we try. If they band together against us, we will be plunged into war with the entire continent. And that is a war we have not a prayer of winning.
Are you insinuating that my army is anything less than invincible, Evan? Such talk could be construed as heresy against the Lord of Light.
I am asking you to set aside your pride and see reason. The promise of a grand Valakan empire is not worth the risks. At the very least, we should finish our battle with the Jirani before...
Tell me, Evan, do you remember our mother?
What?
I highly doubt you do. You were but a babe in his swaddling clothes when she was stolen from us. But I remember her. I remember her long dark hair, black as a raven's feather. I remember her beautiful eyes, verdant like the richest emerald.
What are you?
But more than anything else, I remember the day she was lost to us. It was in the days when our father was still working to construct the Iron Fort. The castle was young, its walls not so strong as they are now. And the Jirani knew just how weak of a castle it was. In the dead of night, they stole into the Iron Fort, a raiding party of 1,000 strong. Saddam al-Akkad, in those days only barely a man, led the raiders himself. I remember having 2 elder brothers and a sister in those days. By the end of that night, only you and I remained. I remember how terrified our mother was as she shepherded you and me into her room and beneath her bed. I remember cowering down there in the dark with you in my arms, terrified you would waken and start wailing. Mercifully, you slept through the ordeal, and the Mudskins never discovered us. You did not hear our mother's screams as they burst into the room and tore away her clothes. You did not hear her scream as those inhuman bastards threw her down onto her bed. You were never forced to hold your breath in fear as you heard them take her right there, one by one. Nor did you hear their ugly, ugly laughter as they did the deed. But I heard it, all of it. On that day, I learned for myself that there is evil in this world. It comes in many forms. In the form of the Jirani, whose unclean skin marks his sinful and barbaric nature. It is in the pagan and heretic, who prays to false gods in an effort to drive men from the true path of righteousness. But most of all, I learned that night just what it truly means to know fear. I learned just how powerful fear is, and how powerless it makes men who lay in its thrall. And I swore I would never become a slave to fear, ever again. No, I would become the master of fear, and use it as the ultimate weapon against the sinners of this world. I was to be the new king of Valaka, and I would use that power to build the walls of our city higher than ever before. But I would not stop there. I would build a true kingdom of God, one that had no enemies, no foreign threats. So long as there is a realm I do not control in Rodin, that kingdom does not exist. But I will not stop until that perfect kingdom of the Lord has been forged from blood and sweat. Brother, the day of reckoning is at hand, Evan. The line in the sand has been drawn. It is either us or them.
Oh boy, long ending scene. What time are we at for recording? We are at just over an hour. Not bad. Of course, this is where the chapter normally ends, but I have to go back and show off a talk conversation that I missed, so let me just quickly save here and not show off anything from the next chapter. We instead resetti spaghetti, get over to the prep screen for this chapter, and then sub in Betsy for one of our units, and quickly chat with not... What? Oh, wrong character. I was like, is this a glitch that I forgot to check? No. Anyways, talk with Betsy and Tiresias.
Oi, mage! I will say this once and once only, so listen well. Cease your ogling of my lady Ninu and her daughter at once.
I beg your pardon? As far as I can tell, I've not had much time to leer at any women's tits, what with the battle raging around us.
I've spoken to your companions, and they all agree you are a lecherous, lascivious man. Even given the fouler sex's penchant for piggish lust, you positively reek of lewd intent.
Firstly, remind me to kill Corinne for slandering my name. And second, yes, I enjoy beholding the female body, I'll admit it. But I most enjoy admiring the beauty of women when there isn't a life or death conflict raging around me. Could this discussion possibly wait until said life or death conflict has concluded?
So you admit you are guilty of being a pervert, then?
Oh, for the love of all that is good and holy in this world. Do you keep wax in your ears and only take it out when you hear what you want to hear?
Do not change the subject, you womanizing cad! I'd wager you're already undressing me with your eyes, even as we speak. Thinking about how you might tear my clothes off and ravish me.
Are you blushing?
No, I am not! Good day to you, and never speak to me again.
That woman has problems. But in all seriousness, I probably should speak to Corinne regarding my repute. I should really prefer my reputation not become a problem in the future. Alright. And that's it. That's everything that this chapter has to offer. I am not accustomed to ending these videos on something that isn't the save screen. But yeah, I am done with this chapter, and thank God, because my throat is starting to go from all those gravelly voices I have to do. But yeah, tune in next time for the last map of this patch 2.1 it is now. And yeah, I will see you guys then, so until next time, stay safe, take care of yourselves, and I will see you for Chapter 10. Bye-bye!